Anyone who's written anything, including a pamphlet or an essay, knows that it's not so easy to write, but to speak of put together a book. And it's a painstaking task every year by a group of devotees to put together the Sri Vyasa Puja book. It's a tradition that's been going on for many years. Kula has collected almost all of them that we've had available. We have them on a shelf. And there's been a lot of rearrangement recently to make sure that this is still in print. Previously it was Durvida Prabhu and Archita at the BBT in Los Angeles who would field all of the offerings from around the world, categorize them, and Durvida painstakingly went through every one of them to make sure that they were appropriate. And what to speak of printing, getting them out and so forth. Now, Durvida's retired from that, and it's being done in Mumbai by Ananda Tirtha Prabhu, who is efficiency personified and the head of the BBT there. But my kudos to him and to all the devotees who work very hard to put together this book of offerings to Śrīla Prabhupāda. Now I'll read the offering from all of us. Don't mind. We have a place in the book. Dear Śrīla Prabhupāda, please accept our most humble obeisances at your divine lotus feet. All glories to you, the representative of Srila Vyasadeva, who fulfilled the divine mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with unparalleled compassion, determination, and purity. On this most sacred occasion of your Vyasa Puja, we, the devotees of ISKCON of Silicon Valley, offer you our heartfelt homage, and gratitude. By your mercy, we have been drawn into your Sankirtan movement, a movement not of compulsion or fear, but of love, voluntary service, and deep inspiration. You have created something that kings and emperors only dream of. Monarchs build empires, but as Shakespeare wisely wrote, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. Power without peace is a torment. Wealth without wisdom is a burden. But Śrīla Prabhupada, you gave us something far greater, a heartfelt life of service, perfectly placed devotion, and a spiritual family bonded not by ambition, but by love for Krishna. That is the kingdom the world is searching for. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 1.169, the king of Bengal, as the imperial authority, witnesses Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement swelling with tens of thousands of followers and is struck with awe. In a rare moment of humility, the king mentions Mahaprabhu's superiority, observing that while monarchs command loyalty through fear or payment, Mahaprabhu, a barefoot monk, inspires total surrender without material incentive. People serve him with no thought of remuneration, only love. The king says such a person who is followed by so many people without giving them charity must be a prophet. I can surely understand this fact. This is the miracle of Lord Chaitanya's movement. It is a movement sustained by voluntary devotion. Śrīla Prabhupada, you manifested this miracle in the modern age, an age of cynicism, where especially in the West, people are wary of giving voluntary service to a master. You set out on your mission armed only with the instruction of your spiritual master. From your pure intention to fulfill that instruction alone, a global movement arose, one in which devotees serve not out of obligation, but out of love and inspiration. Here in Silicon Valley, we are surrounded by some of the world's most powerful and profitable corporations. People work long hours, devoting their lives to products and deadlines, often sacrificing their health, relationships, and peace of mind. Yet even the leaders of these organizations recognize a deeper truth, that beyond profit, people yearn for purpose. That is why increasingly corporations invite spiritual seekers and influencers to share messages about higher motivation, about service, compassion, and mindfulness. Even those steeped in the culture of achievement and material success understand that working solely for profit is drudgery and ultimately hollow. No matter how much a person earns, if their heart remains unfulfilled, there is no real happiness. Abraham Maslow articulated this in what is commonly known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the base are physical and emotional necessities: food, shelter, security. But once those are met, and even as a person works to attain these, they yearn for more. Humans have a higher need, a need for meaning, for contribution, for selfless service. The secret you not only taught but exemplified is that our thirst for wholeness and happiness can be fulfilled only by pure service. The secret that you not only taught but exemplified is that our thirst for wholeness and happiness can be fulfilled only by pure devotional service, the soul's true calling. At Srimad Bhagavatam 1:2-8, you confirm this in your purport. The need of the spirit soul is that he wants to get out of the limited sphere of material bondage and fulfill his desire for complete freedom. He wants to get out of the covered walls of the greater universe. He wants to see the free light and the spirit. That complete freedom is achieved when he meets the complete spirit, the personality of Godhead. There is a dormant affection for God within everyone. Spiritual existence is manifested through the gross body and mind in the form of perverted affection for gross and subtle matter. Therefore, we must engage ourselves in occupational engagements that will evoke our divine consciousness. Silicon Valley is full of wealth, yet we see that people still hanker for meaning. There's no shortage of innovation, but there is a scarcity of satisfaction. Śrīla Prabhupāda, you have shown us the real wealth of life, the joy of cooperating together in devotional service to a pure devotee. You've given us the ultimate formula for fulfillment, not tit-for-tat exchanges or transactional relationships, but the mood of selfless giving, free from ego and ambition. You taught us that cooperation among devotees is not merely a strategy for organizational success. It is the very symptom of spiritual advancement. In a world torn by division, the ability of devotees to serve together in harmony is nothing short of miraculous. At ISKCON of Silicon Valley, we witness this miracle every day. Devotees come together not only to distribute your books, but to cook and serve prasādam with devotion, to dress and worship the deities with care and attention, to clean the temple joyfully as an offering to you, to chant the holy names together, to teach and nurture the children of our community in Krishna consciousness, and to give newcomers a chance to catch hold of your mood and method of serving Krishna. Each of these services is powerful on its own, but when we perform them without a sense of entitlement or desire for recognition, but rather execute them in the mood of cooperation, for the sake of maintaining unity and purity of purpose in service to your mission, they become transcendental expressions of love. Obstacles dissolve. Spiritual joy increases. The power of sadhusanga becomes tangible. In a letter to Gurukul teachers, you wrote, "We are persons and Krishna is a person, and our relationship with Krishna is always open as a voluntary agreement." That voluntary attitude, yes, Krishna, I shall gladly cooperate, whatever you say. That ready willingness to obey is only possible if there is love. Forcing will not make me agree. But if there is love, oh, I shall gladly do it. That is bhakti. That is Krishna consciousness. A medicine tablet, unquote, a medicine tablet which contains fillers is effective only because it contains an active ingredient. The active ingredient of your movement is voluntary service based on love, stimulated by loving exchanges in the process of hearing and chanting about Krishna. In you, Śrīla Prabhupāda, we find no filler. Even a small dose of your vani, therefore, can cure the disease of material life. You have given us the most precious gift, the knowledge that real happiness comes not from consumption, but from contribution. Not from income, but from surrender. Not from being served, but from serving. That clarity of purpose, Shuddha Bhakti, shines like a jewel amid the refuse-like distractions and entanglements of this world. And it is this essence that unites and inspires our community at ISKCON of Silicon Valley to continue your mission with enthusiasm and conviction. Śrīla Prabhupāda, we pray to imbibe even a fraction of your selfless spirit. Please bless us with the humility to put service before recognition, to put unity before individual ambition, and to put your pleasure before our own comforts. Let ISKCON of Silicon Valley always remain a beacon of cooperation in your service, a family that mirrors the miracle you began. On behalf of your grateful servants at ISKCON of Silicon Valley, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that was okay. I wrote it for all of us.